But so here's my kind of problem, or not problem, but like worry. So my biggest thing with City Trial, like City Trial's great as a kid when it's your only game and you kind of just play it over and over and the ending doesn't matter because it doesn't really make any sense. Like, you're going through the game and you're picking up stats and you're fighting your opponents and you're going, you know, who knows what you're going for. Maybe you're just going for Dragoon, maybe you're switching vehicles, but you know, that's the main things that you can do. Or, you know, maybe you are just focusing on attacking your guy, or just exploring the world, whatever. The game ends and you just get an event, and no matter what vehicle you're on or the amount of power-ups you have, you just get the event that you have, or that you get. Like, sometimes there's hints. In some games you'll get hints on what it will be, but most of the time you're just going in blind to it, and you don't really know what you're gonna get. And then, you know, you could be at a huge disadvantage. Like, there are some vehicles where, like, you just can't do target flight. You can't do drag race, you know? It's like, some that are just gonna immediately lose for you. Now, this game might have... This game is like the ultimate to Kirby Air Ride, which is like the melee, where this game evens everything out and is just gonna make every vehicle more playable, I bet. Which is cool. So I don't think maybe this is too big of a worry. You know, in the original game, it's like if you get Bulk Star, first of all, you wouldn't switch to Bulk Star in City Trial. You just wouldn't. But if you get stuck with something like that, it's like you just can't win like half of the games, you know? Or you get a wheelie bike for even for target flight or for air glider, or, you know, it's like if you get any of the wheel vehicles for air glider, it just like won't work, you know? And so I guess all I'm trying to say is I'm worried about that in this game. And now he has thought about that too and made it an option that you have 4 different ones that you can choose based on your loadout. But I don't love that decision either. You know, it's like, okay, so we'll break up the pool of 16 players into 4 each, maybe. I mean, and what if, like, no one picks your game and you're the only one? I think he said you just win instantly, but, like, what's the fun in that? Or let's say one other person picks your game, so just one-on-one when you were just playing against 16 people. Like, I don't, it just doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense. I think, and I've been thinking a lot about this, I think, I don't know why he couldn't, or they couldn't just, like, you start the City Trial and it just starts flipping through all the, it randomizes through the game that you're going to do, and it picks the game that you're going to end with in the beginning. So you know right in the beginning, okay, I'm going target flight, so I'm going to, you know, try to get a wing star or something that can fly. Like, I you know, I feel like that would kind of be the easy fix for that. I don't know if I'm just crazy or if there's something obvious I'm missing here, but I think that would make more sense. I could just see, you know, with it how it is now, where you finish the City Trial game and then you just pick one from one of 4 different events. I could just see that being, and again, we don't know how the game is gonna run. Like I said, I feel like it's gonna make it, in the original Air Ride, the vehicles were so much more diverse from each other. Now I bet most of them are gonna be like at least a base level of like playable. Back in the old one, like half of them really aren't that playable. You know, so I bet in this one most of them are going to be competitive enough where maybe all these concerns won't matter. But just something that I'm thinking about, like, I don't know. I feel like if there's not enough stakes in it, or if it doesn't feel like it makes sense, I don't know. I wonder if people just won't care anymore. Like if there's... I just don't want people falling off the game because the way that the city trial ends doesn't really work. Like I'm just worried that it doesn't... that it won't work well. Like it won't just what's the word I'm looking for? It won't flow right from the city trial game into the mini game at the end, you know? I don't know. Just something I've been thinking about. I think a lot of this could be fixed with just, okay, this is the event you're gonna end with. Have fun. And it's like, okay, keep that in mind. We got target flight at the end. Like, why not just do that? So if there's 8 people in one stadium, that means in the other stadiums there's like 2. You know, it's like, oh. So I just hope that's satisfying enough. Like, you finish a city trial online game and there's one other person in your stadium, and like, does that matter? Do you care? I don't know. Either way, I hope they announce the $30 DLC soon for Air Riders before it comes out, because they better hurry. Yeah, and so this is what happens if no one picks your thing, so you just win and you don't even play the event. You don't even play the stadium. That's not fun, right? Like, and it's just funny because, yeah, like half of the vehicles, I still, like, all the wheelie vehicles, you aren't going to be able to get what you want in target. I mean, well, you are going to be statted out, so maybe, but, you know, you're not going to be able to do air glider. You're not going to be able to do, what's the height one? Top flight or whatever? Top whatever it is. There's a lot that you're just not going to be able to do. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll still work, and you can just make it completely random.